have a super recipe for you, a no-bake cake with 4 types of jelly. Just what you need in this summer heat. I'm Violet. Let's cook with me. We need to make 3 types of jelly. I have kiwi jelly, wild berries, and pineapple. I took 50 grams of each. To make one jelly, I will use 150 grams of water. I'm gonna show you how to make it using kiwi jelly as an example. I pour 150 grams of water into a thick bottom saucepan and put it on a high heat. Bring water to a boil. The water should be simmer intensively. Then remove it from the heat and gradually pour into jelly powder, stirring constantly. It's important to stir until the jelly granules are completely dissolved in the water. Do the same with wild berries and pineapple jelly. You can choose any other flavors you like. I chose those jellies because of the contrasting colorful colors. So now we have 3 colors, but I promised to you that this would be a cake with 4 types of jelly. Therefore, I will also prepare orange jelly. I'm gonna use more of it than the others because I want to decorate the top of the cake with it. That's why the proportions here will be as follows. For 78 grams of jelly, I will use 250 grams of water. The process of making jelly is the same as before. For the cake, I will use a round silicone shape with a diameter of 22 centimeters. Firstly, it needs to be well greased with oil or non-stick spray. Grease all the bottom and sides well so that nothing sticks to it. I pour a thin layer of orange jelly into the bottom of the shape. It shouldn't be too thick, just enough to cover the ribbed surface of the bottom. I'm making this cake for guests, so I want to impress them not only with the taste but also with the presentation. Put the shape into the fridge to chill for 1-2 hours. At the same time, you need to pour the other jellies. I also pour them into a silicone shape for convenience. However, you can pour them into simple plates or food containers. It doesn't matter because we are going to chop them later. On average, I got 3 bars of each flavor of jelly. There is a little less orange, but it will be still present on the top of the cake. Put the shape in the fridge to set for 1-2 hours. Finally, the jelly has set, and now I need to chop it. I cut each bar into medium-sized cubes, but it's on your taste. You can make them smaller or larger. I love these bright colors. They are not even colorful, they seem to be colored and transparent at the same time. It feels like I broke a stained glass window in an old castle and stole those pieces of glass. I'm done with the jelly and moving on to the cake base. Pour 30 grams of instant gelatin into a thick bottom saucepan. Then add 200 grams of water and mix well. Now leave it to swell for 15 minutes. This is the gelatin porridge I got. Now it needs to be dissolved. To do this, I put the saucepan on a medium heat and stir the mixture constantly until the gelatin will completely dissolve. After that, I remove it from the heat and chill it slightly so that it's not completely hot. While the gelatin is chilling, I add 250 grams of icing sugar to 200 grams of thick Greek yogurt and mix them with a whisk until smooth. There should be no lumps in it. Now, when the gelatin has cooled slightly, pour it gradually into the yogurt mass, stirring constantly, of course. Oh, I almost forgot. Another ingredient in the cake will be crackers. I took 2 types of crackers, 50 grams of each, vanilla and cocoa one. Take any sweet crackers, the brand doesn't matter. I break them up a little so that they soak up better. You can dip them into the yogurt mass a little. Let's go back to the jelly. Pour the cracker yogurt mass into the chopped jelly and mix everything together very well. Take the cake shape out of the fridge. The first orange layer has already set nicely and I can start filling the shape. Spread the cake mass gradually so that the jelly and crackers will be evenly distributed, so every guest can try all the components. You can smooth the top a little so that the product will stand more evenly when you take it out. Now the finished cake needs to chill for at least 5 hours. It's better to make it in the day before and leave it overnight in the fridge for your calm. That's it. The no bake cold jelly cake is ready. I love this dessert since childhood. It's so colorful, cooling, and brightly summery. When I want something unusual and sweet in the summer heat, this is what I make. That's all for today. Subscribe to my channel and try cooking with me. More recipes every Wednesday and Saturday. See you next time. Big hug, yours, Violet.